Hey, good morning, everybody. I thank all of you for checking in and tuning in to me, listening to what this old fool got to say about some interventions. I'm up here in Northern Virginia and in the hotel. It was a long night last night. Had a good rehearsal with the family. That's a middle-aged man, heavy alcohol abuse. I've been around for a long time drinking and kind of running amok, and professional, very successful in his career. Been married a long time. My wife's tried her best for a long time, for many years, trying to manage his alcoholism and just trying to keep the peace around everyone, manage and control everything around her and his alcoholism, and she's just gotten her ass kicked for a long time. So she hired me a couple weeks ago, and we've been working with her and his colleagues, some clients that he has, some big time clients that he has, and some other family members. And we were up here last night. I was up here last night doing the intervention rehearsal, and went over the letters. We made some changes to the wife's letter. There was a lot of wording in it, and he would have gotten lost in the story. During interventions, we want to be very, very bullet pointed to when the families are reading their letters. We don't want to get them lost in a lot of story. We want them to show up differently than they've shown up in the past. She's, pleaded and begged and bargained and tried to negotiate with his alcoholism, and she's lost every time. So we took a lot out of her letter and just narrowed it down straight to the point and the facts. I'm excited about this one because we've got heartstrings, which is a wife, some family members, because he's a great guy. He's a funny guy. He's loving to his family and his nephews, and so we've got that. We've got some big impact letters on that. We've got one of his big clients flew in, and he's going to be there. So we've got some heartstrings and we have purse strings. Ideally, that's what you want in an intervention to get someone moving towards wellness, is heartstrings and purse strings, and we've got both. Now look, this guy, he makes his own money. He's not 19 years old under the family's thumb, driving the family car and living in the family house. He's got his own money. He's got his own resources. He could tell us all to go fly a kite today and tell us to get lost. But don't think that's going to happen today. The family's really concerned, but we want to, during the rehearsal, get the family excited, and let them know that this is over. One way or another, that her life as she knew it and the uncomfortableness of alcoholism is over. The thing is that when you're living with an alcoholic or an addicted individual, you become so comfortable in the uncomfortable. So when you start to make that shift into normalcy and setting some boundaries, exercising that boundary muscle for your peace and well-being and your emotional health, it gets very uncomfortable, right? So it's important to have support around you and have the support of a professional to kind of guide you in what to do, what not to do, and why you're doing it. More importantly, why are you doing what you're doing? Families tend to think that they're attacking their loved one and they don't want them to be angry with them. And the truth is, if your loved one, addicted loved one, is angry at the way you're handling their alcoholism, you're doing it right? So that's where we are today. We're getting ready to go in here in about 45 minutes. We're gonna be walking into this man's house and offering him a new way of life. So I appreciate everyone praying for us and watching these videos. We'll tune in with you and let you know how it goes. So thank you for your support. There is a solution out here. It does not have to, and it's not rocket science, right? We have to create desperation that will in turn drive surrender, which will in turn move someone towards long-term recovery. And that's the goal, right? Loved ones rob their addicted individual of the pain needed to create the desperation that'll drive the surrender. And that's what we do, is we let the family, with love, kind of step back and not rob their loved one of the consequences that they may need to have, of the experience that they may need to have in order to create the desperation necessary in order for surrender to come in to a new way of life. So that's what we're doing this morning, and very grateful to be able to do it. Very grateful. So thank you all so much, and we'll get back to you a little bit later, let you know how it goes. Hopefully I'll be checking in from a treatment center up the road a ways. So thank you much. Bye-bye.